Good morning, beloveds. I adjusted the camera angle, so we're going to hope the iPad doesn't collapse. Yay! All right. I stayed up way too late last night. Today is rest day. So my alarm, instead of going off at 6:30, goes off at 7:30. And I stayed up too late last night because I was desperately trying to get my phone to talk to my computer. Yeah. In the end, I ended up rebooting both the phone and the computer. But I was able to get the phone to talk to the computer. I like to take pictures. I take a lot of pictures. My memory was full. Well, not completely full, but full enough that one of my idle games wouldn't update. So I stayed up too late downloading pictures so that I could update an idle game. Priorities, people. And apparently last night, those were mine. So, you got to do what you got to do, right? But here we are. The kitten chaos has moved into the kitchen, so you may or may not get to see any of them today. We are doing Living the Science of Mind, so let's do the housekeeping really quick. And all the housekeeping is me reminding you that we are Creative Life Spiritual Center. The website is creativelife.org. The constant contact email is info@creativelife.org. That will get you one email a week, tells you what's going on for the week and the month, and the hot links are hot. If it says click here now, it means it'll take you right to the information or the person that can help you get it. Now, I did say one email a week unless something unusual happens. It is a real person doing those emails. You didn't have time for more than that. But we do live in hurricane country. So that's what that's what it is. And it is a blind CC, meaning nobody will get your email from us. So nobody's going to see it in the email. Now, briefly going to talk about the social media for the main reason that we do not monetize it. We don't want to deal with the ads any more than you do. So what we ask you to do instead is to engage with the pages. Go like, subscribe, and follow based on which platform you are on the pages. And like if you follow them or subscribe to them and allow notifications, they'll let you know when either we go live or upload new videos. And then we also want you to engage with the individual posts. So go react to the posts, because loving the post, liking the post, laughing at the post are all acceptable. I don't know about David, but I'm funny. So, but go ahead and react to the post, share the post, comment on the post. It bumps us in the algorithms. We think we have good tools to share. We hope you agree with us. All right. That is the housekeeping portion. Now we are going to move on to the Living the Science of Mind. Fortunately, we have a short article today, and I do like the title today. It is Condemn yourself. Wow, I can't even say the word. That's interesting. I follow a guy on the social medias called Abraham Piper. He does a lot of language things, but occasionally he also pokes religion. And that's one of the things that I saw a video where he was poking religion yesterday, where he was talking about guilt. And he said, that's what a lot of major religions, in his case, he was specifically talking about Christianity. He said they trade on guilt. It's a whole bunch of their stick, because if you don't feel guilty, then you don't need to come to them for solutions. So when you leave those religions, you leave the guilt behind. Now, Ernest was not about people really leaving their religions. What Ernest originally set out to do was he discovered this really interesting technique for prayer. He got it from Jesus, and he was like, we should teach everybody this. It's really amazing. And it works. So, and then let them take that back into their faith traditions, because he does say in multiple places, do not take away their faith unless you have something better to give them. So like Science of Mind is not a proselytizing religion. We are not interested in converting people. Now, if people come to us with questions and want to join, we are more than happy to welcome you. But you don't have to, we're not out there to convert everybody to Science of Mind. Is it interesting that we get Geo more often than Dante? I don't know. He also talks more than Dante does. So, so I'm excited about the title, and I should probably get on and read it. But that's why. Science of Mind doesn't believe in guilt. Ernest does not believe in guilt. He believes that everyone is a beloved expression of the divine. There's no need for guilt. And that we would all be a whole lot happier if we weren't, swimming in guilt. So, like I said, one of the things I think about this, I think where this came from, the essays came from the at-home course. It was a 48-week lesson. They have bound it into a book. Go check the Science of Mind archives for that. But I think people had questions. And so he wrote a series of articles, which became the at-home course, which they pulled all but 2 articles in this book from that course to answer people's questions. So, let's do a couple of things. The kitten has charged out of the room now. So, do not condemn yourself. Knowing the truth is a spiritual treatment. To know that there is no person external to the likeness of God is a part of this treatment. The treatment must rise higher in consciousness than the condition it expects to heal. If you are treating to heal pain, you must come to the conclusion of peace, which is greater than the experience of pain your patient is having. In such degree as you are successful in doing this, the pain will cease. In such a case, one should treat until one dissolves fear. Perfect love casts out fear. Take the thought of peace, of love, of perfection. Work with it from every angle you can imagine until there comes an inner awareness of its meaning. Peace is perfection, whereas pain is not. Pain is an experience which is now eliminated, now completely reversed. Over and over, reassure yourself of humanity's perfection. Do not condemn yourself or the self of your patient. The truth about people is that they are God made manifest. They are the personality of God. Your knowledge of this becomes their freedom. Your knowledge of this is more than the way shower. It is the way itself. Jesus said, I am the way, the truth, and the life. No person cometh unto the Spirit but by me, which means that we approach reality directly through our own spiritual natures. This is the only true and real mediator between God and humanity. There is no other. And I will not tell you how important that is because I was raised Catholic. You never prayed directly to God. You prayed to Jesus, you prayed to Mary, you prayed to all of these saints. You never went directly to God. And that was one of the first things that I went, no. I don't see why I can't go directly to God. And so as a child, I was like, no. Which probably set me on the path to Science of Mind really early. The only true and real mediator between God and people. There is nothing. We are immersed in God all the time. God is the center of our being. That is the spiritual truth. And when you hear Ernest use the word perfection, don't think flawless, think whole, think all-inclusive. The messiness gets to be included in the perfection, okay? Perfect was a trigger word for me for a very long time until Jesse gave me that definition, and I went, oh. And it's known every now and again if I'm tired or hungry, but So, the real person and the real body are perfect right now. Your knowledge of this establishes its manifestation in your patient's experience at the level of your own comprehension of the meaning of the words you use, which is why it is super important to use meaningful words that make you feel things. Because we were talking last night in a class, and that's exactly what he he's a very experienced, and he had gone back and taken like a first class, like what we would call foundations. And people were so caught up in using the correct words that they were missing the point of the treatment. And so that's one of the things. You want to use words that are meaningful to you, words that make you feel things, which is the whole goal. So there are no such things as correct words, but there are right words. But the right words are individual to are individual to the person. That's one of the reasons why when we do practitioner sessions, we reflect back at the person that we are talking to. We want to use the words that they gave us that are meaningful to them in the treatment that we are going to do for them. But we are also going to use words that are meaningful to us. And that's what's important. So, do not condemn yourself. For your treatment to be effective, you must rise above the condition that you are working on. Guilt doesn't ever solve anything. It has its place, just like the ego has its place, just like pain has its place. Because pain is like your check engine light, your check oil light, your oil level light. It's like, okay, you know what? There's a problem here. Let's go work on that. Guilt is the same thing. It has a purpose, and it needs to be looked at and addressed, but it's not something that should drag us down. You know, when guilt pops up, look it square in the face and go, okay, what do you have to tell me? Do I need to make amends? Do I need to fix something? Or is this just cultural nonsense, religious nonsense, political nonsense, just nonsense? And if it is, then say thank you, move along. And if it's something you need to work on, then you say thank you, move along. I got this now. Do not condemn yourself. All right. Let's see. I think I got it. There was a line in here that I wanted to highlight, which I will go back and do, but let's wrap this up. So, condemnation and guilt have no place in treatment at all. They do not. Okay. So now I'm going to encourage you to have a great day, a wondrous day, a fantastic day, a magical day, an enchanted day, a wonderful day, an awesome day, an amazing day, a take care of business day, a let's wrap this week up day, a let's hope we get a little rain today to break the heat day, a little rain. I don't need a lot, just enough to break the heat. A drink plenty of water day, a stay out of the direct sunlight between 10 and 2 day. My favorite joke during this time of year is to stay inside between 10 o'clock and November. Because, be aware of the heat day. I heard the high here is going to be 97, and so that feels like it's going to be over 100. A cuddle your fur babies day, a tell somebody you love them day, a know who you are day, a do not condemn yourself day, a tell guilt to get packing day, a tell yourself a joke day, a do something fun for yourself day, a listen to something amazing day, be that a book or a music or, a conversation or a podcast, whatever. Do something for yourself day, a good day. And if that is too much pressure, simply have a day. Simply have a day. You are enough just as you are. You are a beloved expression of the divine. You are spirit in motion, God in action, a brilliant light, a divine spark, a beautiful masterpiece, and a work in progress at the same time, at your own pace. And as Reverend Jesse likes to call us, you are a godling. Right? Explore the truth of your being. Get to know who the divine knows you to be. The divine knows you to be good. And from there, anything is possible. All right, beloveds. Reverend David should be on around 5 p.m. with you. I'll be back with you around 9-ish tomorrow because I do get to go to the park tomorrow. Yay. Take care of yourselves. Know that you are loved. And I will see you next time.